Julie Waltz will be followed by French Washercat.
And I hope that is just a candy bar, nothing else. Before I begin, I want to welcome back Mr. Buster, and I hope you're feeling better. And I want to welcome Senator John Benoit aboard. Welcome. Okay, now my 3 minutes starts. Okay. And I want to thank all the troops in Afghanistan, Iran, and everybody for giving me the right to stand here today to exercise my right to freedom of speech. And I wish them a happy Thanksgiving. I am not with the protesters or your special interest group. I am a Riverside County Watchdog. I'm here for everyone's First Amendment rights, and I'm keeping an eye on you, Mr. Stone. Now I have a question for you. December 9th, 2008, you introduced Ordinance 884 on behalf of the Church of Scientology. Remember this pamphlet you proudly waved around here? And then on March 13th, 2009, Scientology spokesman Tommy Davis confirmed in an interview with Nathan Baca that the ordinance was brought on behalf of the Church of Scientology. Now here's my question. Your website, Join Jeff Stone for State Senate 2010, that you, and I'm quoting here, created a neighborhood picketing regulation in response to the harassment of Prop 8 supporters by hostile gay marriage activists. The Church of Scientology's complaint wasn't against gay marriage activists. Their issue was the protesters who were picketing at the main gates leading to their Hemet compound. Mr. Stone, we have a problem here. Do you know what they call this in watchdog language? We call this a lie. And it's not even a good lie. It's a cowardly lie from a cowardly man. You're lying on your website because you lack the courage to admit to potential voters what you are really doing in Riverside County. You're stomping all over our First Amendment rights as a favor to your special interest group. That's right. And with all the news about the alleged abuses that have been taking place out at that Scientology compound in your district, I can't say as I blame you. I'd be trying to distance myself from them too. Unfortunately for you, Mr. Stone, the spotlight is going to be arriving on your doorstep. It's only a matter of time before the world knows that when the protesters came to your district to legally and peacefully protest the alleged abuses of Scientology, your response was to call them hate mongers and religious bigots. And then you ramrodded through an unconstitutional ordinance designed to make it almost impossible to exercise their First Amendment rights. Frankly, Mr. Stone, I'm looking forward to the day when I will be able to take my turn to say to you, your time is up.
Thank you, Ms. Waltz. Happy Thanksgiving to you. French Washercat, you're next.
Testing. Good morning, Supervisors. Good morning, Mr. Benoit, and glad to see you back, Mr. Buster. On September, there are going to be two issues here. One's illegal grading. September 1st, Mr. Stone, you spoke about illegal grading on Batista Canyon Road. You said that illegal grading is a broken record in the county. You're a very strong champion against illegal grading. You're very strict about it. Now, here's your chance, Mr. Stone, to act on your words. There's about 25 acres of lands now, 25, 30 acres, not too sure exactly, but they're being graded right now, right next to a floodplain and a watershed. You can see this is big equipment. There's a lot of dust getting kicked up. You can't even see the machinery here. The people running this have no protective equipment, no earmuffs, no masks, nothing. and they're digging pretty deep as far as I can tell. Now, guess where that's at? That's at the Church of Scientology, and right on the floodplain and the watershed. Now, this is very dangerous because the level of that land is higher than the road. That's very loose dirt. I feel that if there's a strong storm, we're going to have about 3 feet of mud on the highway. Now, guess what? They don't have permits. I double-checked. I checked very thoroughly. I went to the planning department, the county supervisors, the permits people. There is no permit. And it's not for brush clearing. Even their attorney says that it's for landscaping. So that's, I wish you can do something about this, since, that'd be a good opportunity for you to look into this.
Yeah, I promise you that we will look into that, and if they're doing something illegal, they will be cited.
Very good. Thank you. Now, in the case of the San Jacinto indictments, I'd just like to point out, well, good job, right? Excellent. But I'd like to point out something here. Catherine Fraser and Muriel Dufresne of the Sea Org Scientology, that's their military branch, they've donated a lot of money to all the supervisors here. And they make no money. They get approximately $35 a week for incidental expenses. And, they got to buy their own makeup or whatnot. They're going to buy with that. And there's just no way that they can give $600 to Mr. Stone, Muriel Dufresne $250. There's a $300 to the late Mr. Wilson, another $500 to Stone, $360 to Ashley. There is also money to Mr. Buster. So I believe that this was paid illegally because it's a third-party donation. And I don't see why there's no investigation of this. Also, a very reclusive Scientologist told me personally, I have proof of this, that his employees fund your campaign, Mr. Stone, for the Senate. So I recommend you look very carefully into this, because that's another case of money funneled through a third party.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Your time's up. We'll adjourn now to closed session. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving.